been a while since you guys won on the road in conference. Is that something that's discussed?
2015. Yeah. Yeah. I'm well aware. Well aware. It was UCLA. Yeah.
Is it just reflective of the struggles the program's gone over the last few years, or is there something
Just
else to it?
opposite team played better ball that day. Um, I think we're doing a really good job of preparing for this football team. You know, week in and week out, I think we've had a really good game plan. So I think we'll game plan the right way, and just we play as a team like we played this past Saturday. I think some positive things will come from it. Being poised, staying grounded, not letting the success, you know, yeah, we're 3-3 or whatever, but at the end of the day, you beat a top five team, people are gonna start chattering, and people are gonna start telling you, you guys beat them, oh you're good, you did this so good, and I think as a team and as individuals on the team, guys gotta just deal with the success the right way. Um, you know, of course, enjoy the win, because anytime you win a football game like that, it's great. I mean, having fans rush the field, I've never been a part of something like that. So to experience that, that's something I'll remember for the rest of my life. And, it's just about moving on and learning how to be poised in those situations and just growing from it and learning from the mistakes. And when you watch film, don't watch it for the enjoyment of, you guys winning a football game like that, but go watch the film and see how many mistakes we made, and we know that the score could have been a lot different. So, again, defense played a really good game. I think offensively I made some mistakes that cost us. I could put a ball here, I could put a ball there a little bit better, and, kind of open the gates on that game. So, I was a little disappointed in some of the things that I did, but it's just about growing from it and, going to the next one and not making those same mistakes. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously Washington coming into this game, we knew that they had a pretty dominant front seven. So, our goal was to just get the ball out of our hands, be quick, be decisive with everything, um, and just execute the game plan that we had. And I think that coaching wise, that was a big emphasis, and they did a really good job of implementing that in our brains. Is be decisive with the ball at quarterback, a receiver, run the right routes, catch the ball, get what you get vertical. And, we have a sit route on snag where Nikhil catches it, he gets vertical, and then all of a sudden there's, 25, 30 yards in front of him, and it turns into a big gain, and it looks like I throw a deep fade to him or something. So, it's just about capitalizing on their weaknesses and getting our better guys and their lesser guys, and I think we did a good job of that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I think we've grown in that area of just um, knowing, being on the same page with stuff. So when I see a certain pressure and I give a certain alert, it's not like what I don't know what you're saying. Having code names for things, and that's been a big part of what I've tried to do is watch so much film to the point where I know the other team like they know themselves. And I think there was only one case where a guy timed up our cadence and, he came off the edge. But besides that, I think we did a really good job of pointing out guys that are coming and adjusting the line and sliding to the right place. And just, I think that's an area we've grown in. And I think that was a good step for us.
Manny, the coach has said that ever since the second half of the Texas Tech game, that there's been a shift, there's been a change in whether it's the presentation or the emotion. Have you seen that ever since that second half as well?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that guys are sick of losing. You win 5 games or four games in a row last year. You lose one, then you're 5-1, and then you lose the rest of the games, and then you lose 2 games and 2 games that we had a really good chance to go out there and win. I think guys are just fed up, and I think that's been the biggest part is just growing as a team, knowing every situation that we put ourselves in, staying poised through adversity, and just growing from all these situations, because all these things that we go through, whether it's one piece of the Washington game, one piece of the Texas Tech game, one piece of the Stanford game, all these games that we play, I think towards the end of the season when these situations show up again, when it's, 4th and 3 and we have to run a certain play, or it's 3rd and 1, or it's 2nd and 2, all these situations that we have, having the game film, be able to go watch those things and learn from it will pay off here later on in the season.
Would you say a big difference as well, Coach Graham, saying it's not so much him being the motivator, the emotional support, but it's you guys, it's Ceejhay, it's Nikhil Harry kind of cheering everyone on the sideline as well?
I just think as a group, we're meshing really well together. Defense is very encouraging of us. Offense is very encouraging of them. We're all very encouraging of special teams. I think we realize the importance of having good special teams play. I think we realize the importance of putting points on the board and defense making stops. And, anytime you hold a team to 7 or less points, it should be automatic win. And, I think that was the big point of this game, was defense played a hell of a game, and we did enough to get by and win this game. So, but I do think that in all aspects of the game, all 3 aspects, we just dominated them. I kind of just, it was 13-0, and I just looked around and I saw the lights start to flash. I was just telling them, like, yo, this is what we do. Like, this is what we're about. And to have the energy, feeling that energy all game, it was cool to experience that. I just let them know, like, that's my gratitude, my appreciation to them, because they're a huge part of what we do. They're a huge part. You have an advantage when you have a good home base and you have good fans at your house. Them being loud on 3rd downs, it creates huge confusion. I mean, we're going to go to Utah, and Utah is always a place that fans are always jumping and 3rd down. I mean, it's just how it is. So, good. So, that was a cool moment for me to have everybody get up, let them know it's the 4th quarter, stay strong. We got 15 minutes left or whatever it was, and let's just go get this win. I watched the Cal game. I watched it at the hotel, and, Brady's my roommate. So, we were sitting there and we were excited. It was cool to see, have the love for the game and to watch a team like that just dominate, at whatever 12, dominate them like that. That was special. And, I'm good friends with Ross Bauer. So to see him get that win after, them taking a big one the week before against Washington, it was cool to have that for him. And Vic, haven't seen him run the ball really well. That's a good friend of mine as well. So, I have a bunch of friends on all these teams. So, I always wish them nothing but success. And I have friends on Washington. And, after the game, I always tell them, how much I respect them, just because I'm respectful for this game. And I'm appreciative of getting to play it every day, and, let them know that they should be appreciative too. Huge. Yeah, I think we're doing a really good job of managing the football game. That starts with defense getting off the field. Then it starts with us, running the ball and getting first downs and first down and first down and first down. And then their offense is like, damn, when do we get to go on the field again? And then they're antsy, and then the defense starts getting tired. In the first drive, they're subbing their 2D line in, like they're gassed already. And that's where I knew, like, I came off the sideline after the first drive, and I said, they don't want to be here. So keep working that cut. We slid it open on the first drive. Keep working the cut. Keep jabbing at it. And eventually when you hit it and they're going to fall over, they're going to pass out because they're leaking too much. And that's our mentality. So a lot of things. They're very they're very aggressive. Like I said, their DBs are tall, long, lanky, very athletic. They got a really fast nickel guy. Their front 7 is always good there at Utah. And the biggest thing about that program is, they have those guys so disciplined, and they just, that when you play Utah, you got to buckle your helmet up a little bit tighter, put some air in your helmet. because they're going to bring it. So, I think that's something that we preach here is especially going against these guys, just being disciplined in everything that we do and just going out there and giving your all 100% every play. I envision just winning a football game. Those are moments you live for as a college football player. Those are moments you dream for. I mean, if I would see that situation as a little kid, it's a game-winning moment. And, he made a hell of a play. And, I remember it forever.
Ceejhay, you want to give your take on that?
First of all, it's a blessing, to even be in that situation and everything. But yeah, you just go out there and ball. It's last play type. You gotta make a play.
CJ, Napier said that you had a hamstring thing where they kept you from scoring on that last play. That was because you were desperate for run out the clock. Were you wanting to score on that one though? Or did you have it?
Of course, I wanted to score, but things happen. I couldn't run full speed. Somebody told me I had a grandpa run.
Yeah.
I mean, that play I was trying to rub through the DB, and I know he was throwing it to Kalen, so I was gonna block and see if he can get around the edge. When I was blocking, I looked back and I saw the ball go over to Kalen, so I was like, oh damn. I stick my hands out there, caught it. And, yeah.
I was throwing it to CJ.
You say he's throwing Kalen, you say throw CJ. I talked to Jalen out there, and he said the original play was to Jalen.
Damn. We're just throwing all the confusion at you guys so we can run the play again. So nobody knows what we're doing. It worked out. Football gods were on our side, but
For real.
it is what it is.
CJ, we don't know that much about your backstory. Can you just talk about your journey to get here and then what it's been like since you got here?
Well, I went to Long Beach Poly. Out of there, I went to Colorado Mesa. It's a D2. Played a year there. Then felt like I can be bigger than that. Go D1, so I went to JUCO. First, I was supposed to go to LBCC. That didn't work out. Went to Harbor, pulled my hamstring. Was chilling for a minute. Then I went to East LA because my friend Red was going there. And then, so I went to see how it was, but the offense is just like my high school. So then I was like, I fit here, so I just stayed there. Yep, worked it out. Most definitely, yeah. I thought something big was gonna happen.
You got here a little bit late. How has it been trying to get caught up and get in the right shape? And I'm not, all those things that you need to be productive.
At first it was hard, everything just being thrown at me, overwhelming all the plays and all that. But if you look at the bigger picture, it's really not that big. It's just come in here, be ready to play, do your job. Nobody feeling sorry for you. So
Do you feel like you progressed the most where you're blocking, or where you progressed the most that you got?
blocking wise, a lot. Yeah. In my JUCO, barely blocked. 'Cause I was on the outside all the time. At Mesa, I blocked a lot, but I didn't start that much, so I didn't get that much experience. And all that.
We'll have one last question.
How do you see when you've got the tight end available to you as receiving option? How does that contribute to the whole offense?
Every situation calls for different things. I think that there's a lot of cases where, you have an athletic tight end, and normally linebackers are the stiffer guys who really can't get out and run. So, if we ever motion him out or something and you see a linebacker go with him and you have a one-on-one with those two guys, it's just this game's all about matchups. And like that's what I'm saying earlier is you want to get your better guys on their lesser guys. So anytime you have a one-on-one situation where, you have a guy out there and then you look out there and you're like, this bum just ran out with him or something like that, then that to capitalize on it and take advantage of it. And, I think that's the biggest part of what these coaches are doing a really good job of is just making it simple. and knowing where to go with the football based off of your training, based off of what we do film study wise. And it makes it easier. The more and more you watch film, you see the game differently, and I think that's what we're doing really good as an offense. Is we watch a lot of film, and I think it's paying off for us.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you.